Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, August 13th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. I just realized Friday the 13th. Be careful. Steer away from black cats. Don't walk under ladders. Don't break any mirrors. Well, 2 days without a server attack. I will take it. I'm going to toss in a great dinner at the Old Stein Inn with some great conversation with some great friends, and my Thursday was a winner. But here it is Friday. We made it another week, and the weekend is here, so let's get into it, shall we? Remember that census we all filled out in 2020? Well, the results are in, and some of the key takeaways for Maryland are less than half of Marylanders are identifying as white. That's 47%, down from 55% back in 2010. Baltimore lost nearly 6% of its population in the last decade, so that means that Anne Arundel County, which saw a 9.4% increase, is now the fourth largest jurisdiction in the state, behind Montgomery, Prince George's, Baltimore counties. Our population is now 588,261, and that one person is very important. Frederick and Howard counties were the fastest growing, picking up 16% in the last 10 years. Statewide, our population is now 6.2 million and grew 7% from 2010, which is representative of the slowest pace of growth on record. Of course, one of the main purposes of the census is to allocate seats in Congress, and nothing has changed. We still will only have 8 congressmen and 2 senators. Here's a follow-up to a story that we brought you back in March of 2020. Back on March 8th of 2020, an SUV plowed into a group of bicyclists on College Parkway, killing one man and injuring the rest. The driver, 67-year-old Carl Baylor of Annapolis, was under the influence of several drugs, and yesterday he was sentenced to 20 years in prison for the killing of Arthur Carter. Baylor did enter a guilty plea back in August, and this is actually active incarceration, so he will be going away for 20 years for the death of Arthur Carter. In some political news, Governor Hogan has appointed current District 33 Delegate Mike Malone to fill the circuit court seat vacated by Laura Ripken. Now, this will leave an open spot in District 33, which covers parts of Edgewater. It wraps up to Davidsonville, Crofton, down a little bit into Crownsville, and then over into Severna Park and parts of Arnold. The Anne Arundel County Republican Central Committee will select his replacement for the remainder of his term, which ends in 2023. And right now, I am sure there is plenty of people jockeying around for that slot. But my bets are on 2 familiar names. Jerry Walker, but only if Nick Kipke is not still pissed off at him, and James Appel, who has run for the school board and also has run for the city alderman in Annapolis, and is currently the chair of the Anne Arundel County Republican Central Committee. My bet is on James running and probably getting that seat. A bit of a bummer in the sports world. Chris Davis, the Orioles' first baseman, has announced that he is hanging up his cleats. He released a statement yesterday saying that he was retiring immediately due to the extended time away from the game due to his injuries and his recent hip surgery. He will be missed. And some good news on the jobs front. Atlas Restaurant Group, which operates 21 upscale restaurants in 3 states, is soon going to be coming to City Dock in the old Faucets building with a restaurant called the Chop Tank Annapolis. But yesterday, they announced that effective immediately, every employee will start at $15 per hour, including servers and all tipped employees. They also said that pretty much everybody will get a bump in salary as well, and it's expected to cost the company in the 7 figures, according to Alex Smith, who is the CEO. So that's great news for servers. It would be much simpler just to pay a fair wage and eliminate tipping altogether. Hey, a guy can dream, right? Okay, that's it for the news today, and I do want to remind you about our local business spotlight tomorrow at noon. We have Dana Steibolt from MacMedics, and looking into next weekend, and I really did enjoy that one, it is Ben Burge, who is the CEO of the Anne Arundel Economic Development Corporation. They are on deck, so you want to make sure you catch those two out when they come out. As always, thank you for listening, and if you are somewhere where you can leave us a rating or a review, please do, and make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues know to follow us. It really does help. A quick thank you to our 4 sponsors for today's Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster Company, Rehab to Perform, and MacMedics. It is Friday, and there is a lot going on, so stick around. We have a separate weekend event segment coming up this week. Now hang tight. George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather report. All of that in just about a minute.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster Company.
Going through a real estate home sale or purchase is a very personal and sometimes stressful experience. Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt. My team and I are committed to working with people both buying and selling homes in all price points. Whether it's giving you a competitive edge while buying a home or negotiating the best price and terms while selling your home, we always have our clients' best interest at heart. Our goal is to provide exceptional service so that you will recommend us to your friends and family over and over again. Serving people is a passion of mine, and it's what my team does best. That's the Neidhardt difference.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, August 13th, first and only Friday the 13th for 2021, and it'll be another hot and humid day for the Annapolis region, but relief is on the way. Look for highs today to once again be in the 90s with heat index values over 100 degrees, with another chance of PM storms to be followed by one more day of upper 80s to mid 90s on Saturday to kick off the weekend, with rain chances going way up tomorrow, especially in the PM hours as a fairly potent cold front approaches from the west, which will help knock highs down to around the 80-degree mark for Sunday through at least Tuesday of next week. And speaking of next week, we'll have to watch the path of Tropical Storm Fred after it makes landfall somewhere this weekend around the panhandle of Florida, as it could ultimately move north-northeast, with its remnants potentially bringing a little bit of rain and some breezy winds here to the mid-Atlantic region in the middle or late portion of next week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners, like yourself, are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
There's always something going on over the weekend in the area, and we're here to narrow it down with our top picks for this weekend. Oh, and be sure you're signed up for the Eye on Annapolis weekly events newsletter. It's free and comes to you every Friday at 12:30 p.m. There's a sign-up link at the top of every page at eyeonannapolis.net.
Man, I am so glad to be able to do a weekend events segment once again, and I hope we can keep it up. There is a lot happening this weekend. Today, Jazz on the Narrows begins at 4 p.m. and will continue daily through Sunday, and it's a perfect location at the Kent Island Yacht Club with some stellar music. You want to get all the information and tickets and all that at jazzonthenarrows.com. Also tonight, the Reagan Years at the Annapolis Town Center for a free concert. They brought back the Friday night concert series, and the Reagan Years are always a ton of fun. It is free, gets underway at 7 p.m. at the Annapolis Town Center. At the same time tonight, down at City Dock, it is Tango on City Dock, presented by the Art and Public Places Commission. Come on out and learn one of the most beautiful dances in the world, or maybe just sit there and watch if you have two left feet. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. at City Dock, the city is going to be celebrating what would have been Alex Haley's 100th birthday. There will be readings and comments from Haley's family, the mayor, as well as others, and the Haley family will actually be given a key to the city. And maybe they can get together with Bill Belichick and figure out what doors they do actually open. It's a big key. Must be a big door. There are a pair of pop-up shops at the Annapolis Town Center, and I really love the concept of pop-up anything. I think it's just so much fun. But the two that are popping up, the first one is Griff's Thrifts. It's open at the Town Center through Sunday, and it is a vintage thrift store, trendy jewelry, clothing, and accessories. It's down on the P.F. Chang's and sort of catty corner from where P.F. Chang's would be. And directly across the street from them on Saturday and Sunday, it's a pop-up jewelry event to benefit CASA, which is the court-appointed special advocates for children. A wonderful woman has donated her collection of unworn jewelry to the cause, and she enlisted her friends, who enlisted their friends, who enlisted their friends, and there is a ton of jewelry. No prices are set. You pay what you think it's worth, and 100% of the proceeds will go to CASA. Really a cool idea. The Bowie Bay Sox are home all weekend, and they are always a lot of fun. Tickets are available at baysox.com. And some music mentions from Ram's Head on Stage. They have two great shows coming up, both at Maryland Hall in the theater, and tickets are still available. On Sunday night, it is Ann Wilson from Heart. And on Tuesday, and if you want to get blown away by an incredible horn section, Tower of Power will be there. Both shows have tickets available, and both are at Maryland Hall. You can get your tickets at ramsheadonstage.com or at marylandhall.org. Lots of good stuff to choose from. I will be at Jazz on the Narrows on Saturday, most likely, so if you see me there, please say hello, but only if you know what I look like. Don't be that weird person walking up to strangers going, "Hi, are you John?" That's just weird. And as we slide into the weekend, I will say one last thing. Have a great one. Be safe. Mask up when you need to. Keep washing your hands, and let's keep this damn Delta variant away. And I will see you on Monday.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. MacMedics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. MacMedics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. MacMedics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit MacMedics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call MacMedics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at MacMedics.com.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.